Entrepreneurship begins with recognizing an opportunity and turning that opportunity into meaningful value. In this lecture, I'll introduce who entrepreneurs are, what motivates them, and how they move from an idea toward a viable business. We'll also connect entrepreneurial thinking to business plan development, because a strong plan helps clarify the opportunity, the customer, the resources required, and the path forward. The central idea is that entrepreneurship is not only about starting a business, it's about creating value through purposeful action. Entrepreneurship is a process of identifying opportunities, bringing together the resources to pursue them, and creating new value, often in situations where the outcome is uncertain and risk is involved. At its core, it means solving real problems in ways that people and markets recognize as valuable. Entrepreneurship is more than simply starting a business. It's a mindset focused on opportunity seeking, innovation, and value creation, with the potential to contribute to economic growth and social change. An entrepreneurial mindset is less about having all the answers and more about how I respond to challenges and possibilities. It begins with opportunity recognition, noticing gaps in the market that others may overlook. It also requires risk tolerance, or the willingness to accept uncertainty while pursuing a potential reward. Resourcefulness means finding creative ways to do more with less. And finally, resilience keeps me moving forward when ideas fail or setbacks occur. Persistence through failure is often what turns an uncertain idea into meaningful progress. Entrepreneurship takes several distinct forms, depending on the venture's goals, scale, and setting. Small businesses serve local markets and provide the foundation for most economies. Scalable startups, by contrast, are built for rapid growth and often seek venture capital or other investor funding. Entrepreneurship brings an entrepreneurial mindset into established organizations, encouraging employees to innovate from within. Finally, social entrepreneurship combines business activity with a broader purpose, such as creating social, environmental, or community impact. These categories can overlap, but each highlights a different way of creating value. Entrepreneurs do much more than simply start companies. They move through four connected activities. First, they identify market needs and opportunities. Then they plan by shaping those insights into a practical business strategy. Next, they acquire the resources required to move forward, including funding, talent, and assets. Finally, they execute by launching, learning from results, and iterating quickly. The key idea is that entrepreneurship is a continuous loop of discovery and action, not a straight line. As the market responds, entrepreneurs adjust their strategy and move between these activities. Entrepreneurs play a central role in keeping the economy dynamic. Small businesses and startups are credited with creating 50% of U.S. jobs, while startup-backed companies generate an estimated $1.3 trillion in annual output. These contributions come with substantial uncertainty. About 90% of startups eventually fail. Yet that risk-taking continues to fuel innovation, disrupt stagnant industries, introduce new technologies, create employment, and generate wealth. What distinguishes entrepreneurs is their willingness to act without guaranteed outcomes, accepting personal and financial risk to pursue opportunities others may overlook. This slide highlights how entrepreneurs approach risk, failure, and learning. Calculated risk-taking is not reckless gambling. It means assessing uncertainty, gathering information, and making informed bets where potential upside justifies the risk. Failure also plays an important role. Rather than treating it as a dead end, successful entrepreneurs use each setback as feedback, a data point that improves their judgment and strengthens the next attempt. And when a strategy is not working, they pivot by adjusting the product, market, or business model while staying committed to the core vision. Entrepreneurs and managers play different roles, but both are essential to a venture's success. Entrepreneurs create and disrupt, identifying opportunities, challenging assumptions, and pushing the business forward. Managers sustain and optimize, building the processes, discipline, and consistency needed for reliable performance. Understanding this distinction is critical when developing a business plan, because growth requires both innovation and execution. As a venture matures, Entrepreneurs may need to transition into management themselves or hire strong managers who can preserve and expand the value they've created. Turning an idea into a business plan is a disciplined progression, not a one-time writing exercise. First, I identify a genuine unmet need or market gap. Then, I test the idea with real customers. So assumptions are grounded in evidence rather than enthusiasm. From there, I formalize the strategy, financials, and operating model. Finally, I launch, measure results, and improve continuously. The business plan is the entrepreneur's first act of discipline, creating clarity around vision, strategy, and execution before investing a single dollar. Successful entrepreneurs tend to combine four traits that reinforce one another. Vision allows them to imagine a future others may not yet see. Execution turns that vision into action through discipline and speed. Networking builds the relationships needed to access capital, talent, and markets. And adaptability keeps the business moving forward, even when circumstances change. The key is to pivot the strategy without losing sight of the underlying purpose. Together, these qualities help entrepreneurs move from possibility to meaningful, sustained progress. Entrepreneurship means identifying opportunities and creating value under uncertainty. Entrepreneurs recognize possibilities, plan, secure resources, execute, and adapt continuously. The business plan is their first strategic discipline, connecting vision with reality. Together, these practices help drive innovation, create jobs, and support broader economic growth.